What the fuck is Bunghauser? I don't know, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. No bungus, among us. Vinny, why did you major in English? What career were you looking for? I wanted to speak the goodest on the stream living video game live, and so I did. I don't know. The college I went to didn't offer... This is my usual stock answer, and it's true. Is I didn't know what I wanted to do, because it was... who the fuck knows where your life is gonna go, and it's just like, oh, I gotta choose now what I'm gonna do the rest of my life, and I'm still playing video games. And... not that that's a thing, but at the time you were made to kind of feel really guilty about playing video games when you got older. That was just a thing that kind of happened. So it was one of those situations where I felt incredibly immature, and I wanted to like, just want to play video games, and I did. And then my college offered a lot of business stuff, and I just wasn't about that. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do, so I almost did history. I almost was a history major, and I liked history, and I still do. I think it's interesting. But, I had a really bad professor who was the head of the department. I did not like that guy. I tried. I tried, chat, I tried. But he was one of those professors, and again, I'm not flawless. I'm not free of my own blame. You know, I was a difficult student too at times, and I, you know, was trying my best to like pay attention when my mind was on music and games, or just like life, going out, doing shit, you know what I mean? Like feeling like the sense of freedom for the first time, having a car, being 21. That said, this professor made learning miserable. I know many of us have had a similar experience. This professor almost ruined history for me. I just didn't want to be anywhere. It was just dry, no sense of fun. It was just presenting information. It didn't seem like he cared, but more than that, he was a hard ass, and it wasn't fun. And I know you're not supposed to have fun while learning, but I needed something if I was gonna do it as some kind of major, so I dipped out of that. And I ended up doing English because I had some good professors, and I liked to write, I liked to read, I liked creative writing, I won some creative writing awards, and I did it. And you know what? I had a good go of it, I did well, but I had no idea what I was gonna do with it. Truth is, it was just drilled home to me that you need a degree, because otherwise you won't get a good job. It was like of vital importance that you get a degree. So, I got a degree in English. And, truth is, I have a communications minor, which I did more with because I was in more creative fields, with the things I learned there. And, so I did nothing with my English major. Absolutely fuck all. But it did help me get jobs. It actually really did. The idea of being a teacher maybe would have been cool. Like, that was the only thing I could think of. Like, journalism of some kind, but even then I didn't really want to. Chat, I wanted to work at a video game magazine at one point. And I thought maybe I could use my English degree to get that. Like, do reviews of games or something. Or just, like, previews or write stuff about video games, because I love games so much. I don't know, it was just a thought, really. I didn't know if that could even happen. It just seemed like an unattainable thing. But yeah, I worked hard eventually. Like, I fucked up my first couple semesters of college for earlier reasons, but then when I became an English major, I worked my ass off, and I got my GPA back up. And I really tried hard, and you know what? I succeeded, and I'm happy I fucking did. Even if it was just a fucking piece of paper that got me a couple jobs. And I worked, like, just random shit for like 13 years. I did my time, and I'm happy I did too, because it made me appreciate saving. It made me appreciate the fact that I had to, like, not just coast, not just skate by. Honestly, the jobs I worked at paid like shit. The only thing good about them was good benefits. Oh, I worked at a bank, I worked developing photos, I worked at a deli during college, I worked public access television for 5 years. That was good for a couple years.
What, you didn't get the memo?
What memo?
You're out, I'm in. The people want more Vin.
And, I did a bunch of random shit. Those all sound like minimum wage. I worked at a bank in Jersey City, not like at a bank where you give people the, like, I'm talking like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It was like a family friend that got me the job, but that was like a decent paying job, but I hated it. The travel, like, it was an hour and 20-minute commute on a scummy bus. I was getting sick all the time. And if it wasn't a bus, it was a boat. It was the ferry. Well, the reason I didn't like the bank, it was all math. You know? Like, I'm not talking about, like talking to people. It was like dividends. The fuck is a dividend?